Hi guys, and how you keeping? I want to talk about first time runners. So it's your first run. What do you need to do? How do you ensure that you enjoy your first run? Before I get into that, let me say this quickly. Running is one of the most enjoyable things that you could ever get yourself involved in. You don't have to run at anybody else's pace. That's the best thing about running. Run at your own pace, do your own distance, and then you get the benefits, the reward of being a runner. Better health, lose a bit of weight, get fitter, just enjoy being outside. There's so many benefits to running, but that's not what I want to talk about today. I just want to talk about being a first time runner. Before I go any further though, as a reminder, if you haven't, please do subscribe to this channel and also press on the notification bell so that when a new video is dropped, you get notified. Okay, so first time runner, what do you need to do? I'm going to give you about 10 different tips of being a successful first time runner. Number one, just run. Simplistic, isn't it? But that's the key to it. Just get out of your house and run. Forget about the distance, forget about the time, don't worry about the weather, rainy, sunny, it doesn't matter. Just make up your mind that you're going to go for your first run and just do it. Number two, I would always advise that you get the right pair of shoes. Running shoes are very key. You want to make sure that you run well and you run well without causing yourself any injury. And the best way to do that is to ensure that you get yourself the right pair of shoes. What I would advise is to walk into a sports shop and ask any of the assistants for advice on the right shoe. One advice I would give you though is if you're a 10, for instance, if you wear a shoe size 10, I will go for 10 and a half. So you have a little bit of extra space. On that note, this might sound a bit nonsensical, but I think it's quite important as well. Dress the parts. It puts you in the right frame of mind. It just sets you up. You're ready to go. You've got your new attire, your new wears, and your bang. You're ready to go for your first run. So I will advise on that as well. Number three, make sure you know exactly where you're running to. Just map a route that is not too hilly. It's your first run, remember? Find a route from your house that you could run to and run back with a degree of ease. So it's not too tasking on your body. It's your first run, you want to enjoy it. So find a route. I would always advise make it at minimum 2 miles. So 1 mile from your home and 1 mile back. That's ideal. Number four, it's a run, not a race. Pace yourself. The only person you're running against is you. So it's not a competition. So just pace yourself. Now remember, you're not walking fast. It's not a brisk walk. It's not a jog. It's a run. So do run. Asking you to pace yourself does not mean that you kind of do a brisk walk and define it as running. That's not running. Run, but ensure that you pace yourself. Do not overdo it. Now, what if you get tired? That's fine. Then you could stop, take a bit of a walk, and then continue when you get your breath back. If you are breathing to an extent where you cannot talk, then you're running too fast. So slow down a little bit, keep running, but make sure that you can talk. Make sure that you keep your pace right. It is a run and not a race. The only competition that you have is you. Number five, I would always suggest distance over time. There are two ways you measure any run. You could measure your distance or you could measure your time. I would always go for distance. So if you do 2 miles as a start, for instance, I would say do 2 miles today or whenever your first run is. Take a rest the next day. After that, do 2 miles again. Do that for about a week, maybe more. Every week, probably increase your distance by another 10%. By doing that, you increase your endurance and makes you a better runner. So go for distance and not for time. It's not how fast you complete the run, it's the distance you can cover. Number 6, I will always advise for your first run, if you can, run with someone who has a bit of experience, someone who can coach you, someone who can encourage you, someone who can spur you on. When you feel a bit weary, you feel like stopping, this person will spur you on. Come on, we can do this. Come on, let's go. So have someone with you that will spur you on. That is quite crucial as well. Number 7, I will always advocate that you run with music, especially when you're running alone. Running with music is a way of getting you going when you're a bit tired. When a new track comes up, it just spurs you on. Now, I've discussed or I've spoken about music extensively in one of my other videos, so go back to my channel and check out the video where I spoke extensively about running with music. The question I asked is it better to run with or without music? I will always go for music, especially when I'm going for a long run, but generally music is always better. Number 8, once you're finished, I laugh for a reason. Once you finish your first run, make sure you stretch. I'm talking about stretching. Anyway, I think if you watch my previous video, you will know exactly why I'm laughing. But make sure that you do stretch. It's quite important that you stretch after every run. It kind of relaxes your muscles, extends your muscles. Your muscles will be a bit tired, just to give it a bit of breathing space. So do stretch your muscles when you finish your first run, especially your legs. Okay. Number 9. It's your first run. Don't make it your last, and don't wait too long. So you've run on a Monday, for instance. Rest on Tuesday. Go again on Wednesday. Rest on Thursday, go again on Friday. Every other day, at least for the first week or 2, you get used to it, you get into the rhythm, it excites you, you want to look forward to it. While you're doing that as well, you're resting your body because you're giving you're giving yourself a day's rest. So I would always ask or encourage you to do it every other day, at least as it starts. Now remember, you don't have to go a long distance. 2 miles will do. It doesn't matter how long it takes you, provided, and I'm going to say this again and again, you're not walking, you're not jogging, but you're actually running. It doesn't matter how long it takes you, but just make sure you please do it again and do it again pretty soon. Okay, finally, number 10. If you didn't listen to anything else I said, this is the most important one. Enjoy yourself. Anything that you do and you do not enjoy, it's just a matter of time before you stop. Enjoy it. Make sure you enjoy your run. Enjoy it with your music that you listen to. Enjoy the view. Enjoy the scenery. Enjoy saying hi to people. Enjoy putting on those new shoes. Enjoy putting on that new top. Enjoy putting on that new pair of shorts. Whatever it is, just enjoy it. Enjoy running. It's a brilliant thing to do. Enjoy it, and once you enjoy it, you want to do it again and again, and then you get to see those results that you've been craving for. Enjoy running. It's quite key that you do that. So I hope those tips will set you up for your first run. And on that note, make sure you enjoy yourself, and I'll be back pretty soon, I'm sure. Take care.